Now we continue to impose models from outside on the country without attending to the culture within the country. What do I mean by culture here? I'm talking about the economic culture. I'm talking about the economy of the culture of politicians who see the country as their personal property. I'm talking about the lack of the rule.
Solidarity forever, we shall always fight for our rights.
Sisters and brothers, our next speaker, all the way from LA, right? Yeah. It's Lance Legacy, former student union leader, and just we're welcoming you.
Nigerian people! Well, I am happy today to be here. For several years, we've been listening to several policies coming from this building. And sincerely speaking, I wouldn't have been here if Jonathan happened to be somebody who is trustworthy. I came here specifically for a visit, and my first time of being here. I would have waited if I had known that by January 1st, we are going to have a New Year gift in terms of subsidy removal. But they told us while we were in Lagos that the subsidy removal will come on 1st of April. And some of us were waiting that by the time we are back, we will show them that we can take it no more. But you ask the question. The question is this. Who are those that continue to exploit us? Who are those that continue to siphon our money? They are the one. They are the one that take money from Nigeria and will continue to build houses that they will not live inside in South Africa. They are the one. They are the one that will take money from Nigeria and continue to build houses in Vienna. They are the one. They are the one that will take money from Nigeria and make sure that ASU are not being paid. They make sure that the educational system out there gets ruined. And they send their work down to various places all over the world. These are the shameless people that lead Nigeria, and they all come from here. You can understand when someone is as unpatriotic as telling his own nation that she has to be paid in foreign currencies, that she cannot be paid in Naira. Can you imagine? While I came here, something surprising to me. You can have opportunity of exchanging euro in US. You cannot exchange Naira in US. And yet, she's one of the directors here. If she has failed to that extent, what she's bringing to Nigeria is nothing but failure. But I'm charging everyone here. We have that responsibility to curb it. Because Nigerian people have been pushed to the very last limit. There's nothing they can do anymore other than to fight. But the message is this: wherever we are, we must tell people that as Nigerians, the fight that is ongoing now, if you have brothers at home, if you have sisters at home, we must be ready to give maximum support. Because I believe this time around, we are not just going to ask for subsidy not to be removed. We are going to ask for all these leaders to go away. It's not just Ebele, it's not just Jonathan. We shall be stopping godfatherism this time around. We don't want contract workers anymore from World Bank. Wherever they've been to, they have been able to spoil their nation. Nigeria is not going to be one of them. We know their targets, that they want to plunge that country into a civil war. But we are saying no to civil war. We are saying no to ethnicity. We are saying no to corruption. What we are going to actualize this time around is a true people's revolution. And we are going to have for the very first time a Nigeria where each and every one of us, we have freedom of right to speak. We have freedom of expression. People protested this morning or yesterday in Nigeria, and what they did was to open gunshots at them and to keep on firing them. Jonathan must account for this. For every single soul of Nigerians that have died, we are going to take it up to ensure that at least they pay for it. Nigerian people, together we shall fight, together we shall win. Dare to fight, dare to win. And Luther continue.
Before we have the next speaker, I just want to say we're having this again on Friday. We have to keep the momentum going. Your location, please. No, in front of the IMF building.
Right around the corner. Right there.
All right, guys, so we have to keep it going. Please,
Inform your people, inform your networks,
everyone and show up. This is the least we could do, and we need to do more, guys. Thank you, guys. So we still have more speakers. Don't leave. We still have more speakers.
Brothers and sisters, one more message of solidarity. Again, fight corruption, not the people.
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 Viva Nigeria, viva!
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 Brothers and sisters, one more message of solidarity. The last message was from the Nigerian Labour Congress. We just have a statement issued just now from the AFL-CIO, the American Labour Movement, in solidarity again. And the message reads, brothers and sisters, the more than 12 million working men and women of the AFL-CIO stand with you in your time of struggle. Your struggle is one for the justice of Nigerian workers and people. Workers who work hard to provide for their families. The injustice of eliminating subsidies and forcing working families to shoulder the burden for the escalating cost of gas is an outrage. The AFL-CIO stands in solidarity with Nigerian workers who are peacefully protesting the removal of fuel subsidies in their country. We strongly condemn all acts of violence targeted at and intimidating and threatening peaceful workers. We send our condolences to the family of the protesters who were killed and those who were wounded. As of today, the police response to the protests have resulted in deaths and injuries to protesters. Yet just yesterday, legislators across the political spectrum held an emergency session in Nigeria's House of Representatives calling for the president to reverse his decision. Reverse his decision. The sudden removal of subsidies in Nigeria, where the vast majority of the people live on less than $2 a day, affects working families' core economic decisions. Nigerian brothers and sisters, please know that you are not alone. We will stand by you in this struggle for dignity and justice. Fight corruption, not the people!
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 Thank you.
We are young Nigerians gathering together to mobilize change. We are not going to be silent until we see positive growth and development in Nigeria. Basically, we are against the subsidy removal because we believe it's unethical. And the reason we believe it's unethical is that 94% of our country still lives on less than $2 a day, while 70% of Nigerians live on less than $1 a day. We are not going to be silent. The people in the World Bank, our leaders are making millions of dollars. Jonathan has a budget of $3 million just for feeding alone. We will not be silent. So we are coming together, asking everyone to continue the protest online. Tell your friends, tell your family back home not to be scared to go out in the streets and fight for their rights.
Yes,
we have to buy our freedom, we have to buy development, we have to buy prosperity, we have to eradicate poverty, and now is the time. One more thing before I go is tell people not to be scared to die. They are dying anyways on the streets of Nigeria. Nigeria has the highest infant mortality rate in Africa. Nigeria has the 9th highest maternal death rate in the world. So we are dying anyways. People are dying on the road anyways. Go out in the streets and fight for the next generation. If we will not leave, let's give the next generation a chance to leave. I have these flyers, I'll be passing them out. If you haven't gotten one, please come get one. Join us online. Thank you.
Donner un peu à l'Afrique, donner un peu à ceux qui désirent profiter des fruits de l'Afrique, c'est-à-dire la population. C'est pour ça que vous allez toujours voir des manifestations comme ça. Et ils ont pensé que leur cible attaquait c'est Washington DC. Ils ont critiqué la politique du président Barack Obama parce qu'ils disent qu'ils font partie de ceux-là qui n'aiment pas l'Afrique. Dans l'Afrique, on a pu dire, tu nous déplais, nous laissons mon nom, nous sommes dans la Banque mondiale pour fait, ça en est trop. Enough is enough, comme on dit. Et il est temps que les populations africaines commencent à se lever et parler pour leur communauté. Nous n'allons pas arrêter de vous faire vivre ces événements. Elles sont à venir et continuer à arriver. Mais déjà, nous disons bravo pour ce qu'ils ont fait.
Okay. This is to tell you that Nigerians who are in America, we are solidly behind you. We are playing our role in America. Keep it moving. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Some people will have to go, but at the end of the day, it's going to be better for everybody. Thank you.
I am asking them to hang in there, not to be afraid, because what is happening here is a wake-up call for all Nigerians to see that, to claim their country back. You know, we need to claim Nigeria back from the few people who continue to loot, who continue to steal, who continue to impose hardships on the rest of Nigeria. We want them to set right the culture of corruption among leadership before they can talk about imposing hardships on the country and the rest of Nigeria. Thank you.
Shout out to Big Boss Entertainment. I'm one of the protest organizers here in front of the World Bank today. In support of my brethren back home in Nigeria. We're standing here in solidarity. We know what you're going through. Keep it up. We're here for you to support. This should not be allowed in any country, definitely not one of the top oil countries in the world. So good luck, Jonathan. We're not going to let this one go down. Reverse this decision and don't be a pawn for the IMF and the World Bank. Thank you. Thanks. Big Boss TV, keep doing what you're doing.
Live for the World Bank,
Thank you.
DC, for the occupied Nigeria, and you've heard the people, they have spoken, they have said everything they have to say. And right now, we just want the government to take charge and listen to our voices. Well, I'm Sarah representing Big Boss TV. Have a wonderful day and be blessed.
Subsidy matter, na for your pocket, na for your pocket, matter, na for your pocket, na for your pocket.